Hey guys, this is Travis Eliot and welcome to this workshop video, the breakdown of the Vinyasa. Now this video is from our new online 200-hour holistic yoga flow teacher training. And we designed this comprehensive program as a way for you to deepen your practice, to learn to teach, and to also get certified online. So in this workshop, we're going to explore how to move through the Vinyasa. We're going to explore different ways to modify the Vinyasa as well. If you're interested in signing up for our teacher training, go ahead and click on the link below. And let's go ahead and get started now with this workshop. I hope you enjoy. So in this video, we're going to explore some various ways that you can Vinyasa, because there's lots of different ways to move through the Vinyasa. And I want you to just have some options within your own practice, whether you're doing a ton of sun salutations, or if you need to offer these options to your students in classes. So let's go through some different options of the Vinyasa. So let's start off in mountain pose, Tadasana. And then circle the arms up to the sky on the inhale, upward salute. And then exhale, forward fold, melt all the way over and down. Flat back on the inhale, spine extends out. And then step back to plank pose, upward push-up. And then for the first variation, you're going to take an inhale in plank pose. And then on the exhale, you're going to hold there in plank pose. So everybody else may be lowering down the chaturanga. And then inhale, you still hold as they do their cobra, and then exhale, downward facing dog. So for the first variation, essentially what you're doing is you're skipping the Vinyasa. Maybe your upper body is fatigued, or maybe your shoulders are tweaked out. Instead of lowering down the chaturanga and going through cobra, you just hold in plank pose while those other poses are being cued. Take an inhale, press the hips back. And then on the exhale, walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. Flat back on the inhale, and then forward fold, exhale. Circle those arms up to the sky on the inhale, and then exhale, hands to prayer position. So for the second variation, we're going to do what's called the prenatal version of Vinyasa. So you'll see this. Inhale, both arms come all the way up. And then exhale, forward fold, melt all the way down. Flat back on the inhale. Step back to plank pose on the exhale. Drop the knees to the ground. Tabletop pose. So the knees will be right underneath the hips. And then cow pose. So on the inhale, the belly drops down. The heart pulls forward. We'll hold there. So obviously when you're pregnant, you need space for the belly. And if you lower all the way down, then you don't get that. So in this pose, you have the space. But whether you're pregnant or maybe you have a male student and they just want to modify, this variation works really great as well. Take an inhale in the cow pose. And then downward facing dog on the exhale. Tuck the toes, lift the hips all the way up and back. Take an inhale, press the hips back, and then on the exhale, walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. Flat back on the inhale, and then forward fold, exhale. Circle the arms up to the sky on the inhale, and then hands to prayer position on the exhale. Great, so now for version 3, we're going to do a modified plank variation. Arms up, inhale, upward salute, and then forward fold, exhale. Flat back on the inhale, step back to plank pose, pause there, drop the knees down behind the hips. Take an inhale, modified plank, and then exhale, lower slow all the way down, elbows in. Cobra on the inhale, and then downward facing dog on the exhale. Take an inhale, press the hips back. And then on the exhale, walk the feet forward to the top of your yoga mat. Flat back on the inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Circle the arms up to the sky on the inhale. And then hands to prayer position on the exhale. All right, for version 4, Now we're going to come back to plank. We're going to lower down to the belly, and then we're going to come through a cobra pose. So we're not dropping the knees down for modified plank. That's the next step up. Inhale, arms to the sky, upward salute. And then exhale, forward fold, let it go. Flat back, inhale. Step back to plank pose, lower down, same exhale, elbows in, weight forward. Cobra on the inhale. And then downward facing dog on the exhale. Take an inhale, press the hips back. And then exhale, walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. Flat back on the inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Arms up to the sky on the inhale. And then hands to prayer position on the exhale. Awesome. Next version, version 5, we're going to step back to plank. We're going to lower down to chaturanga, and we're going to hover right above the ground. From chaturanga, we're going to come into upward facing dog. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold to dive. Flat back, inhale. Step back to plank, lower down, chaturanga, exhale, hover. Upward dog, inhale. And then downward facing dog on the exhale. Inhale, press the hips back, and then exhale, walk the feet forward, top of the mat. Flat back on the inhale, forward fold, exhale. Circle those arms up on the inhale, hands to prayer position on the exhale. All right, now we're going to explore our last variation, the Vinyasa, our 6th variation. For this one, we're going to jump back to chaturanga, go to up dog, and then come back to downward facing dog. So this has the jump back. Inhale, upward salute. Michelle's ready. Exhale, forward fold. You got this. Flat back, inhale. Jump back, chaturanga, stick it on the exhale. Upward dog, inhale. And then downward dog, exhale. For good measure, we'll do another jump here. Inhale, press the hips back. And then exhale, jump the feet, top of the mat. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, upward salute. And then hands to prayer position on the exhale. Beautiful. So there you have the variations of the Vinyasa. Everything from skipping the Vinyasa and holding in plank to jumping back and jumping forward. Now with the jumping, it just again takes practice. And you want to make sure that anytime you jump back, you're not jumping back to plank pose, but you're always jumping back to chaturanga. And the reason for that is that when you jump back to plank pose, all that energy lands aggressively in the shoulders and the lower back and the sacrum. So if you're doing that over and over, it's inevitable you're going to tweak out your lower back. When you jump back to chaturanga and you land with the elbows bent, all that energy goes into the muscles, so the triceps and also the abdominals, the transverse abdominis. So if you choose to jump back, only jump back to chaturanga, never plank pose. And then if you're jumping forward and you don't quite make the feet all the way up, then you'll just kind of scoot them forward until they get there. Eventually, you'll get a better awareness of really hitting that target. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you for the demo. We'll see you in the next one. All right, you guys, there you have it, the breakdown of the Vinyasa. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully there's something that you can draw as inspiration within your own practice. In our new online 200-hour training, we have master classes, lectures, workshops, pose tutorials. We discover and explore thematic power yoga, Vinyasa, Yin Yoga, restorative yoga, meditation, pranayama, bandhas, anatomy, alignment, subtle anatomy. It includes digital manuals, workbooks. This training is comprehensive. If you want to make an impact in other people's lives, if you want to be on a path where you feel fulfilled every single day of your life and you feel that calling to become a yoga instructor, click on the link below. If it's the right fit, we would be honored to share the journey with you. Thank you so much for your practice and your attention, and I'll see you next time.